Okay, before we get started, I want to just say that if you like this workflow, the entire thing's in the description for free. It's a downloadable link. Just click it, get the workflow. The system prompt, everything is in there. There's no email or nothing. Anyways, here's a demo on what the system will do. Give me a logo for Espresso AI. They are an AI agency that helps businesses save time by automating repetitive tasks. Use black and serif as the font, black and white and gray. Alright, got the logo. I'm gonna look at it real quick. Damn, that's nice. Alright, I'm gonna tell it now to, based on the color themes that we use in Espresso AI's logo, go ahead and generate a style guide for us so we can make further marketing assets. Okay, got style guide. Let's see what it came up with. Whoa, perfect. Do me a favor and give me that as a gradient background. This would be useful if we wanted to, let's say, swap some of these things out for something else, but maintain the color scheme. We would need just a plain flat background that we could use. Let's look at that. Okay, that's good, but remove the white, make the black deeper, and add in some streaks of gold. So I just told it to make an edit to this because I don't think this is exactly the best thing. I mean, it's not bad. It goes with the color scheme of black, white, and gold, but just not the way it's done. I don't like that at all. So let's see what it comes up with next. As you can see here, we have the revised gradient background. Oh yeah, that's better. Still have the white, but not too bad. So basically, this is an entire marketing thing. You can create stuff, edit stuff, whatever you want to do. It's a graphic designer. Okay, so now that you've seen what the system can do, let's get into how we're gonna build it. Okay, so I'm gonna start here in N8N, just a blank screen, nothing has been built yet, and we'll go from start to finish. So I think first a good step would be just to plan out what exactly we want the build to do, and we usually start many of our builds this way. It's a full marketing team really. So we're gonna have the obvious things, like generate logo. That's a very obvious thing that marketing teams do. We need that. We also want it to be able to generate style guides. You know how you have like color palettes and stuff for your company, like the color palette of OpenAI is like that green and white. I want to say stuff like that. I want to say generate backgrounds that you can use to stylize the posts that you want to make. What else? Probably upscale or like quality increase images. I think that's important. And then I think pretty much you just want to be able to edit or revise an image. We want to edit / revise an image. Okay, I think that one makes the most sense. Okay. All right. So now let's get started. All right. So I think the best way to go about this would be to build an AI agent which has the ability to do all these things, which we can talk to. So like, for example, you can ask it to make a logo, and then you can tell it change the color scheme of the logo because of whatever, and it can do that. And then you can say make a background based on the logo, and it can do that. And you can say upscale the logo by 2x, and then you can say based on this new style guide, adapt the logo to that. So you want to be able just to go through many conversations with the thing and not have to worry about it losing context. So I think the best way we can do this is just by using a chat. So let's go here and open a chat trigger, and this will just connect to an AI agent. Cool. All right, so now we have this. Now this is gonna be like the main orchestrator agent, so we don't necessarily need to give it any specific instructions. They're all gonna be based on the tools that it has access to. So let's add an option and go to system message, and I'll make it expression and go full screen so you guys can see it. So I'm going to say you're a helpful, intelligent design assistant. You generate high quality designs using the provided tools, logo, style guide, gradient background. You can also upscale them, and finally you can revise them. When you receive an image from a tool, wrap it in a nice looking markdown, ATX format, and present it to the user. The only three things you can generate are logos, style guides, and gradient backgrounds. Make sure to clarify which, as well as any other additional information, so the prompt you send to the image model is optimal. If you're asked to adjust or revise an image, ask the user to define their changes as explicitly as possible. All right, so that's our system message. We don't need to give it anything else. That should be pretty obvious because we're only going to give it the tools that we mentioned. So no need to really tense about that. Cool. All right, let's go to the chat model, and we'll give it an OpenAI chat model. I think we want it to probably have as much reasoning power as possible without overdoing it. So I think 4.1 is okay. Turn off the responses API and set the sampling temperature at 0.7. Okay, that's fine. That's the OpenAI chat model. And let's go ahead and add memory because we want it to be able to remember the conversation, right? And I think 10 is a decent amount to be able to remember what we've asked for, what we want changed, you know, stuff like that. So if I open the chat and I just say, hey, and I send it, let me make this up, sorry. Hello, how can I assist you today? Are you generating a logo, a style guide, or gradient background? Let me know what you need and the details you'd like included. Okay, cool. So we have a functioning agent. The next step would be to give it the tools that it needs to be able to execute. So we said logo generation. So that will be our first tool. So press tool, and you want to look for what's called a sub workflow. So that's this one here, call N8N workflow tool. So click on this, and currently we don't actually have one. We'll just have it here, and we'll rename this to logo generator. All right, that's our logo generator. So now we actually have to go and build out this. Let's call this generate logo, just that the model knows exactly what it is. So we'll call it generate logo. Now currently this obviously isn't an actual workflow. It doesn't exist right now, so we're gonna have to go ahead and make it. Okay, so you can see if I go here, I have a bunch of workflows that I have, but none of those are gonna do what we need it to do. So all you do is press on this plus, new workflow, and I'm gonna open a link in a new tab. And this is gonna now open up a blank N8N canvas. Okay, so this is gonna be the logo generator. I'm gonna call this YouTube vid. Okay, and when you press add first step, go to here where it says when echo, and this means that the agent can call this, like this means that this agent can call this agent. That's the whole idea. It can call this workflow. My bad. All right, now go to define using fields below. Add field. We have image prompt, which will be a string. We have the resolution, because that's also going to be important for the image. We'll have image type, right? And then I think file name. Right, so file name. Okay, so we have that. Now you can see if I save this and make sure you click on publish. So we click publish. When I go here, I can see logo generator YouTube vid, and I can select that, and now you can see we had previously executed by other workflow. Okay, now I'm gonna go here and I'm gonna go to Gemini and I'm gonna say generate an image, and I'm gonna pick this as my main whatever. Okay, and the prompt is gonna be an expression, and it's gonna be JSON dot image prompt. This is what we had defined before. Okay, I don't think there's resolution is go JSON dot resolution. Okay, we're gonna go for two. Let's do 2.5 now. Let's just use 3. It's just better. It's just way better. Okay, I don't think there's anything else that we need to do. No. Maybe upload it to Google Drive so that you can view it however you want. Okay, so we'll do that as the next thing. So I'm gonna open a upload to Drive. So I'll go to Google Drive. I'm gonna pick upload file, and the file name, we have it here, right? It's specified here. So what we need to do is just Control C the name of that thing. Go here, go to expression, make it full screen. Okay, put the two curly braces to signify it's gonna be JSON. $, put a bracket, put single quotes, paste the name in. All right, and then do .item.json, and we called it file. Now you see how it's red? It should turn gray, or it should turn green. Oh, sorry, this says item. Item.json file name. There, we turned it gray. That means it's okay. It's good to go. That's gonna be that. And then lastly, if we want someone, like if we want it to give us the link, and we should be able to click the link and view the video, view the image, then we need to make sure that the link for this file is shareable. So to do that, we need to click on share file. So click on share file, and the file will do by ID, and here go to expression, and we're gonna just call json.id, which is gonna be in this. If you scroll down to the point where you can just find fold this, fold this. When you fold everything and you're left with just the main data, this ID, this is what we're gonna. That's what this is. Okay, and then go to add option. Oh, sorry, add permission, writer, and select anyone, and do not turn on file discovery. You can if you want to, but we don't really need to do that. All right. We'll save that, and now just to make the agent be able to read it easier, we'll go ahead and create a set field. Manual mapping, we're gonna get the web view link from the Google Drive. Like I said, just fold the stuff up, looking for the main data in it. Display name, permissions, spaces, web view link. Put that there. We need I think if we go to the executed by another workflow, although we don't have any data right now, we can just fill it in by ourselves, I guess. Initial prompt will be like we had before. So put expression, put this, put the $, put the brackets, single quotes, paste in the name you wrote, right? We saved it as when executed by another workflow. That's its name. If you change the name, whatever you change it to, you gotta change the variables as well. Okay, so go to .item.json, and we're gonna call it which I think it was called image prompt. Yeah. Bow. file name, I'm gonna just copy this, put expression, file name is what we had, file name, and the last one we'll give it is the image type. So go to this, we have image type, image type. Okay, I think everything that we need in this one. Probably generate image, put output in output field, upload file, add option, keep revision forever, properties, app properties. Cool. So press publish, publish. Now it's live. Now come back to this workflow here, click on it, put defined by the model. Okay, and now shall we test it out? Let's test it out. Alright, I'm gonna say hi. Okay, I'm gonna say I need a logo for an AI automation agency. They help SMBs automate repetitive tasks. Yeah, the name of the company is Espresso AI, and they use pastel colors, light, minimal, and professional design with a pastel gradient. Send that. You're gonna see it realize it needs to call the logo flow. So it's calling the logo flow right now. And as soon as it's done, we should get a link. Okay, that completed. Espresso AI, minimal professional pastel gradient. If you like adjustments, change the colors, let me know your preferences. Okay, so it did not give us the actual link. And if we go here and check executions, see, here is the web view link. So I think what we need to do is come here and okay, since you will always be dealing with images and files, you must always send back a web view link of the design being discussed. Alright, we'll leave that in there for the next one. Anyways, the good thing is that since we have the web view link, we can actually just view it right now. If I open it here, Espresso AI. Yeah, not bad. Okay, so this is working so far so good. I'll clear this execution. We have generate a logo working. Okay, what was the next one? Making style guides. So again, we're pretty much gonna follow the same procedure as last time. So go here, go to call workflow tool, which currently doesn't exist. Rename this to generate style guide. Is style guide one word? Okay, so generate style guide. Great. Now plus workflow, personal, new tab. Go here, grab this, because it's gonna be the same fields, right? It's gonna be the same fields. So I'm gonna copy this and paste it here, just because I want the same fields. So if I come back here now and I click on this and I choose, let me rename this, style guide generator, YouTube vid, and I come here and I click on it again, we should have these style guide generator YouTube video. Okay, and now we have these fields. We want to get those fields to show up here. What's funny is it's not showing up the way we had it show up here is the same way we need it to show up here. Null, 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 null. Okay. If I publish this and I come back, refresh, and there we have it. Alright, so make sure those are all defined by the model, and then go here. And I'm just gonna go ahead and unpublish this for now and clear the execution data. Oh, actually, alright, I'll just run it just so we can get to the nulls. It's fine. Cool. Okay, what exactly is the plan now? Well, we want to generate a style guide. So we need to first find what can the model use as inspiration for a style guide, right? Because it can't make it, by itself. So if I just, for example, go here and I search Canva style guides, and I go to images, okay, we've got a few, don't we? We've got a few here. I don't know. Okay, I gotta say, I really like this one. I think I can just use this, can't I? Yeah, why not? Sorry. Okay, thank you. Let me open this in a new tab. Not this, the image. This is nice. Okay, so I'm gonna just save image as, and I'm gonna save it as style guide. Okay, I'm gonna open my Google Drive, and I'm just gonna go here and upload the style guide. Cool. Now if I reload this page, we have the style guide. Alright, now I go to details, and I need the ID. So let's do this real quick. Let's go to a Google Drive. Let's do search files and folders. Let's look for style guide. Execute that step. We only have one, which is this one. So I'm going to Control C on that ID, delete this, go here, go to Drive, go to Download File, D, and I'm going to paste this in there. And if I execute this workflow, you can see this is officially done a download. But probably I'll do conversion, although there is no option to convert WebP. Is this even viewable? Yeah, that's not bad. It'll do. Alright, go here, and we're going to go to Google Gemini, and we're going to go to create an image. Sorry, generate an image. Okay. And what exactly are we going to say? We're going to say the same thing that we said in the last one. We're going to say using, well, really, what we need to do is say analyze image. Okay. Image type is binary file, which is this data from here. And we're going to say, let's use 2.5 Pro for this. I will say you are a branding expert, not focused on words or copy writing. Your focus is on the color, brand, and style used in the image. Describe it in extreme detail. Your focus is on the color, brand, and style used in the style guide. Used in the style guide you will receive. Describe it in extreme detail. Okay, so if I execute this workflow now from the start, oh, my bad. Switch that to a different one. While that's doing that, let's go here and I'm gonna say you are a branding expert, not focused on words or copywriting. Your focus is on the color, brand, and style used in the style guide you receive. Describing extreme data. Okay, what did it come up with? I analyze the visual identity presented in this brand guide. Okay, whatever my focus is. Yeah. Here is a detailed breakdown of the Royal brand style. Overall impression: luxury and modern classicism, the aesthetic of masterful blend of a classic, almost aristocratic element with a dark, minimalistic modernity. Color, typography. I'm going to say do not output anything except I'm going to put here only output the analysis, not your opinions nor persona. And let's just try that again because it is giving me its whole thing, which I don't really need. And anyways, now we're going to go Gemini again and we're going to do generate an image. And we're going to use this one, 3 Pro Preview. And we're going to say that here is your job is to generate, well, it's going to make a style guide, we already know that, but the question is more about, okay, your job is to generate a style guide for a business. You will receive a description of a template style guide as well as information on how to adapt it to a specific business. You must generate the final style guide using the template and applying the specific business details provided. Do not come up with anything yourself. Okay, so I'm going to say template style guide description. Okay, and this will go here, and I'll say specific business details, and that will come here. Final resolution, and put that there. Okay, that seems like it should do. Just to save time now, I'm gonna pin these. I'm gonna pick my other credential here. I'm gonna execute this workflow. Now it's not gotten the actual resolution, but it's fine. Yeah, so it didn't receive anything. My bad. Okay, let's edit this first. Let's edit this really quickly. Image prompt. We'll say, actually, you know what? Let's not even bother with that. Let's just test the whole thing from the start, and this will give us a file. Can go here. We're just gonna go here, and exactly what we did here, we're gonna do it here. So drag this there. Okay, so upload file. It's going to give it the file name. Parent folder is root folder. It's going to upload this file. Share file. We're gonna get the JSON IED from this one, and edit fields is gonna give us this stuff. Alright, save it. Now I'm gonna press publish. Okay. And I'm gonna say, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna open the chat. I'm gonna say style guide for Espresso AI, dark style guide for Espresso AI. And it should remember the context of what Espresso AI does. Okay, so I'm gonna send this. It's gonna call style guide. We don't have to really watch it. It's doing its execution right now, but anyways, it's a little bit that way. Taking a bit of time. I'm not sure if there's been an issue with whether something has had a problem or not. If I go to executions here, you can see it's been running for almost a minute. Ah, it's done. Cool. See it now. It's realized to give us the link. Here is your style guide for Espresso AI. Click on the link. Whoa. Damn, that's pretty cool. That's actually pretty good. All right, awesome. Um, let's try something else, right? This is really good though. Honestly, I'm honestly very impressed. I'm gonna clear the chat. I'm gonna delete the memory. Just to whatever. I'm gonna reattach the memory now. I'm gonna save it. I'm gonna say, hey, do you know about Espresso AI? I'm gonna send that. Okay, so it seems to remember everything as well. So I'm gonna delete the memory, reset the chat session, and now if I say it, okay, well, that's something, isn't it? How? Okay, anyways, we'll just go ahead and we'll probably just need to start a new session in the chat, right? So, I'm gonna say I need a style guide. Okay, first I'm gonna say what is Espresso AI? Okay, now I'm gonna say I need a style guide for an SEO agency. They help large businesses optimize their CEO, optimize their SEO. The name of the company is Selig. I don't know. I just want to see what it gives us as a style guide this time. I want to see if it can just use the black aesthetic that was very professional and looked very luxurious. I want to see if it uses that instead of the pastel colors theme, like that we said it should use. This one takes a minute, huh? It seems there was an error generating your style guide. So if I go here, this one had an error. I'm assuming because this didn't actually give anything. Yep, okay. Palette based on modern blues, whites, and grays for a trustworthy corporate look. Also, do you want the style guide for both web and print or just one? Okay. So what this basically means is that this what we uploaded here, right? What we uploaded here, this is not going to be the color or font scheme. That's for us to decide. But all it's told it to do is create something that is written and designed in this way. Okay? Which is honestly perfectly fine, because if I go to this and for example I say if I do this, alright, I'm gonna copy this. Well, then it doesn't make sense to have this note here, does it? So what we can do is we can go here, image prompt, simply the information about the company, their name and what they do. Alright, we'll go in here and we'll add some stuff here. Okay. I'm gonna say tool notes. The style guide. Okay. If the user, no, let's say style guide, generate style guide. If the user does not specify the color scheme, color palette, font, text, or other information, continue with the image prompt as their query, as the style guide, as the generate style guide tool already has access to a, okay, so I'm gonna just say try again and send this. Alright, now anyways, while it does that, let's move on to the gradient image. So I'm gonna here call NARN tool, press the plus, workflow, personal, open link in new tab. We'll go here. I'm gonna have the same thing as the other one, which is to have the, okay, let's see. Has this thing managed yet? No. Okay, so we have this when executed by another workflow, and this one we're gonna call it I'm gonna call it gradient image YouTube vid and save it as that. Okay, this is done. Try again. CLIG SEO Agency Style Guide. Here is the guide. The guide features a modern, professional, trustworthy look with a palette of clean blues, whites, and subtle grays, bold, sans-serif typography, and tech-inspired minimal visuals. I'm really yeah, that is not bad. That is not bad. Okay, perfect. So we have that. Now we want to work on this one, which is the generate gradient background. So this is generate gradient background. Look for gradient image. Now again, these will not load until we publish the workflow. Go here, press refresh, and do this as defined by the model. Come here, got it. I'm just going to unpublish this for now. Okay, so what do we want the gradient image to do, the gradient image generator? Well, it's gonna pretty much do the same thing, but like a flat background image. So we need to give it an example of that. So let's go again here to Canva, and let's do gradient background. Yeah, something like this is fine, or even like this is fine. I think the other one was better. Let's use this one. Alright, I'm gonna open this in a new tab. I'm gonna save the image as gradient gradient background. Save that, come here and drop this file in here, and we're gonna need to search for that. So let's go here and look for search files and folders. We're looking for what's called gradient underscore background. Did I spell it right? If I didn't spell it right in the drive, I'm not gonna find it. Okay, we did. This is the ID, so we'll copy that here. We'll go to we'll go to Google Drive, download a file. We'll do by ID and put that there. And then here, we're gonna go to Gemini and we're gonna go to edit an image. Okay. And I'm gonna execute this workflow. And I'm gonna do it again. So I'm gonna go to Google Gemini and I'm gonna go to edit an image. Prompt. Okay, I'm gonna say replace the gradient colors as follows. Okay, and final resolution must be, and we'll give it the resolution there. Right. So if I go here, I'm gonna go here, I'm gonna open the chat, I'm gonna say perfect, give me a gradient background for Selig. Okay. And I'm gonna change this API to my main one, and we can use 2.5 Flash for this. Is not gonna be that difficult to do. And we need to copy this little thing over here and paste it in and go here. The only thing we want to do though is change the output name to data as well. We don't want it to be called edited, otherwise the file, this is not going to pick it up. So press publish, got it, okay, awesome. Gonna go here, open the chat, say, was it there before? No? Nice. Give me a gradient background for Selig. I'm gonna send this. That was pretty fast. It doesn't work. Let's go executions. I'll see this gradient. What was the error? Bad request. Please check your parameters. Oh, I see the problem. This is the problem. Okay. It's the format of this. let's turn it into into G. Okay, so I'm gonna move this to trash. I'm gonna upload this JPEG image. Okay, if your style guide was already JPEG, then there's not going to be a problem. But if you had it in a different one, then there will be a problem. So just go back here, go to search files and folders, and we're looking for gradient underscore. I'm not really going to need to search the entire thing. Okay. Nothing. Reload this page. Gradient background. This is literally the name. Okay, here. We're looking for this. Show it to me. So we're going to take the JPEG one, okay, and I'm going to replace this with that new one and delete this and now publish it again. Okay, close that by accident. I'm going to say I need a gradient background for Selig. Modern, calming, energetic, use certain colors. Use blues and no, I'm going to say use black and white. Let's do, can you do a minimal and professional design? Make it for desktop. Alright, anyways, let it run that. In the meantime, now that was fast. Your gradient background is here. Well, it's definitely minimal, that's for sure. Not bad, not bad. Now let's say I wanted to intensify the colors a bit more. I can't say that to it right now, but as soon as we put in the design editor, we will be able to do that. So we'll go here, call N8N workflow tool, okay, and this will be the editor, right? And so the editor flow is going to be a bit different. So editor slash reviser, editor, edit, okay, we'll do edit slash revise image. I'm gonna press plus, workflow, personal, new tab. Okay. I'm gonna say image editor, YouTube vid. Go with this. And let me just go ahead and copy this one. Yeah, let me copy this, bring it here. This is going to be a bit different, right? We're going to need to add in something, which is the previous image URL. So let's call this image to edit URL. Okay. So we need to have that. Now if I execute this workflow, I'm not going to get anything, which is fine. And the idea is we should download that image and give it to the editor. So here's the good thing. We have the web link, right? We have this link here. All we want is to edit this image. So the way we can do that is, well, if it's a Google Drive link, like right now it's a Google Drive link, it's very easy, because all we have to do is go here, go to Drive, do download file, and well, we need the web view link. So this is what would have it, for example. So if I just I'm just gonna do this for a second. I'm gonna publish this temporarily. Okay, I'm gonna say, can you intensify intensify the colors slightly. I'm gonna choose the image editor, image prompt, resolution, image type, file name, and image to edit URL. Okay, I'm gonna save this. I'm gonna say, can you intensify the colors slightly? Okay, obviously it looks like it called it, but it didn't because there's nothing for it to call right now. Let's go to executions. Copy this to the editor. So we have intensify the color slightly, we're maintaining minimal professional look. We have the image to a URL thing right there. Cool. So now go to Google Drive and download a file, and we're gonna download this file by URL. Okay? So I'm gonna execute this. Parameters value is invalid, likely because the URL entered is incorrect. Is it incorrect? No, that is the one. That is the URL. I wonder if I first have to upload it. No. Alright, that's not what I don't need to do that. Okay. Let's unpublish this for now. The URL is incorrect, but the URL is not incorrect. That's the URL, isn't it? Let's see. If this is file 1D. If I do by URL and I make it fixed and I paste this in and I execute it. Okay, so that worked. So we need to figure out what's the difference between if I do expression and I use this and I make it full screen just so we can see, and at the same time I paste this one in here, file, we look at the ID is the same. So what we'll do is we'll cut this out, we'll go here, delete this, and I'm gonna extract the ID from that. So I'm gonna put a set node. This is the image to edit URL. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna select this image edit URL and we're gonna do dot split and we're gonna do dot pop. Okay. And we're gonna do dot split dot pop. Okay, so what we need to do actually is we're gonna do split and we're gonna split it like by the slash, and then we're gonna do dot pop first before doing dot split. No, sorry. We need to split first. We'll split first, we need to pop, and then we split again. So we'll do dot pop. Here we'll turn this another dot split, and we're gonna split this by the question mark. This straight up just gives us the ID, and I'll put 0 there, or 1. Matter of fact, I don't even need to do this. No, I do. I want to get 1. Yeah. Okay, so this is going to be the ID. Okay. And so here we're going to do JSON dot ID. And now, in theory, if I run this entire thing, The resource you're requesting could not be found. I think that's because we typed ID and it also had ID. Yep, so get rid of this D. We need /ID. If you look at this link, oh, I see. We need to get rid of the ID as well. So it's actually, my bad, it's supposed to be /D. So the file /D/ and here we'll get rid of the ID. So we'll go again here .pop. Okay, and or we can split it again. No, we can't. We'll pop .split at the equal sign, which will give us the ID, full ID. And now, please, okay, we got the initial background that we needed. Okay, great. And I'm gonna just simply give this to an edit image node. So go to Google Gemini. I'm gonna go edit an image, change this to data, and I'm gonna say you have a gradient background of colors. You have a gradient background image. Change the background, change the gradient as follows, and here we'll put in the image prompt. I'm gonna say resolution must be, and give it the resolution here. Alright, and then this should just be the same as before. Plug it in there. Here, this one doesn't need too much power, so we can use that one. And if I do this, and okay, I'm gonna unpin this, I'm gonna publish this, and we're gonna test it from the start. Alright, I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna say, yeah, it's good, but do it again. This is definitely one of those longer videos. Intensified the colors slightly, because I specified slightly. Like, that's not bad. That's not bad at all. I think I'll consider that a win. So we did this. We did the background. We did the edit. We're left with upscale to increase the quality. Okay. Well, I think to do this, I wonder if Gemini can. I really doubt it. I doubt it. You might have to use this different service. So for example, if we check replicate.com, this is a way to upscale an image. Right, we can use replicate.com. Alright, so we can do that. So we'll go here, we'll make a new one, make a HTTP request, and this tool will be called upscale image. Okay, call this tool to upscale the image, upscale factor x2 or x4, nothing else, because you know we don't want to start doing like 10x stuff. Anyways, make it post, this will be the link. Authentication is none because we'll send it as a header. So turn on send headers using fields below. This will be authorization. And then here you're gonna have bearer. And here's where we'll put the API key. Here's where we'll put the so I'll write here that when you download this, the download is in the description just so that you know your API key goes here. Alright, we'll do prefer wait, and then turn on send body and do using JSON. And this thing only takes in 2 parameters, so it's fine. Input image URL and upscale factor. Okay, cool. So well, from AI, so it's gonna come from the model, so we don't really need to like worry too much about that. Well, there you have it. You're able to generate logos, style guides, background images. You're able to edit and revise the images that you make. Basically a full graphic, I'll call this graphic designer. Full graphic designer in N8N. Pretty crazy. So, see you guys in the next one.